Brian, Ohio, you're on the Wilkow Majority. Hello.
Hey, how you doing? I listen to your show once in a while, although I am a liberal. I'm kind of fascinated by some of the things you say. But one of the things that I find most objectionable in your rhetoric is the fallacy of the self-made man, and the fallacy that any of us get wherever we get, however hard we work, without the help of society in general.
Well, that depends on what. Oh, no, hold on. Hold on. I will give you all the time you need, sir. But okay. You're expanding this to the entire. So nobody's ever done anything on their own, ever.
Ever.
Yeah. Wow. So how did we survive? How did our society look before Woodrow Wilson?
However it looks.
You don't know. Just say I don't know. Just say I don't know. It's okay. You can say I don't know.
Well, I know how it looked.
So America was not founded by rugged individuals. It was founded by socialists. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Okay, so if it's never been done, if individuals have never done anything for themselves, then what was this country founded on?
I didn't say they never did anything for themselves.
Okay.
Let's say they never did everything that they are by themselves.
Okay.
Let's have an example. You have kids, don't you?
I have a daughter, yes.
Oh, just a daughter. And she goes to private public school? Or?
She's 2.
All right. Well, she'll be going to school eventually.
Yeah.
And I take care. All right. Well, anyone who has a child in school, even private school for that matter, but anyone who has a child in school or multiple children in school, is benefiting from, the tax dollars and infrastructure that was built, with
How did people go to school before Woodrow Wilson?
How many people?
How? If the state is removed from education, do you believe there'll be no education?
If you're saying every person has to pay the full value of their education for their kids?
Well, let's say my wife and I only have one child, and my neighbor across the street has 5 children.
Right.
Do you think it's fair that I should pool my money with their money and we share the cost of educating 6 children?
Well, that, in fact, is what you do.
Right. Now, how is that fair on my side? I mean, it's great for my neighbor because I'm now subsidizing at the expense of my child's education, his children's education, which means I must have a lower quality education for my dollar because I can't spend my education dollars on my children. I have to spend my education dollars on somebody else's children, which you've declared is somehow a benefit to me.
Well, then, let's say your neighbor...
No.
Let's say he has 5 children, and let's say he doesn't have a car, okay, because he can't afford a car with 5 children.
So your idea...
Well, wait a minute.
I'm not waiting a minute, sir. We gave my analogy, and this is going to be a downward spiral of we must all contribute downward until we're broke. I am not allowed to have anything. I can't own anything. I can't raise my family my way. I am a nothing. I am not an individual. Nobody's an individual. We are all just the sum total of the nameless, faceless mass of humanity.
You said you were going to let me make my argument here. I mean, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I was an only child.
Oh, that explains something. So you're thinking, but in any event...
No, that doesn't explain my thinking, sir. It doesn't explain my thinking, sir. It doesn't explain my thinking, sir. You're making idiotic points. You're basically saying that if my neighbor doesn't have a car, I owe him transportation. If my neighbor doesn't have a television set, I have to share my TV with him. By force of the government, sir.
That's not my point.
It is your point.
Not my point. My point is, he doesn't have a car, right? So he doesn't really need the roads that you drive on. Yet,
no, there are basic things, sir. There are basic things. There are basic. Okay, you have a nice day, sir. You're talking over me. I'm not going to waste my time with you. There are basic things that communities fund. Then there are basic things that states fund. And there are basic things that the federal government funds. We have paperwork to back that up. It's called the Constitution. It's called the state constitution. It's called your county charter and your township charter. This idea that if there's 309 million of us and 30 million of us or 40 million of us choose to make bad decisions in life, that the rest of us are constantly on the hook for it, sir, that's the death of a society. And again, if I have one child and my neighbor has 5, and left to my own device and his own device, I could have chosen a better school for my dollar because I would have been able to spend my allocated money on my children. You're saying that my daughter has to attend a lower quality school and I must give up more of my property because my neighbor chose to have 5 children that he could not afford. That whatever somebody does in life, we must fund all activities, we must fund all prospects and all endeavors.